In this video, I will be showing you mirror knitting, purling backwards. In mirror knitting, we are working a row with the opposite side of the work facing than normal. So I've just finished a purl row across, and typically I would be knitting. But what if the fabric is a purl based entrelac and the purl is the right side of the work? Well, maybe I want to knit over this small number of stitches with the purl side facing. So for this, then I want to purl backwards. For this demonstration, we're assuming that we're working Western style, where the stitches are being worked off the left-hand needle onto the right-hand needle, and the right leg of the stitches are mounted in front. So I've finished a purl row, like so, and I would typically be turning and knitting across. But instead, I want to work from left to right instead of right to left. I'll show you both English and continental. English first. So the yarn is in my right hand. I will take my empty left hand needle and the yarn will be in front. And the needle goes, this first stitch is always a little awkward. The needle goes from back, from behind and towards you, into the stitch behind that left leg. And then the yarn comes up between the needles and pulled, this first stitch is always very awkward, and pull a loop to the back through that stitch and then drop this stitch. So again, the needle comes from behind that left leg towards me into that stitch. Then the yarn comes up between the needles and that loop is pulled to the back and then dropped. That other stitch is dropped. So again, up from behind the left leg, the yarn around, pull it to the back and drop it off. From behind, yarn around from in between the needles, pull it through and drop. From behind, up in between, pull it to the back and then drop. Now let me show you continental if I was holding this yarn in my left hand. I find I have to pivot the yarn down and then wrap it around and pull it to the back. The left needle still goes in from behind that left leg. And I'm almost, like with knitting backwards, I'm almost throwing that yarn around and then so through the left leg, around in between the needles, pull it through to the back and then drop from the right needle. From behind, around in between, pull it through and drop it. And the last stitch behind that left leg, around in between, pull it through to the back and then drop. And we have now purled backwards. So this was mirror knitting, purling backwards. Thanks for watching.